This week, our famous sherry brand is upping its game in a clever new outdoor advertising strategy, and why this ad is making waves right around the world. Also, congratulations to the winners of the Creative Circle Ad of the Year competition. The winning film ad was from the ad agency Black River FC for its ad called Diversity. The client was Nando's. We've posted it on our Facebook page along with a roll call of the other big winners. A warm welcome to Mags on Media. All right, let's start with this. Absa has switched on what is said to be the world's largest light-emitting diode display of its kind. This says the bank will transform Absa Towers building here in Johannesburg CBD, making it an instantly recognizable icon on the city's skyline. Well, Lynn Nude speaks for Absa. Tom Cullinan is from the ad agency, the Jupiter Drawing Room Johannesburg. Merissa Holley is from the Black Africa Group. It's a specialist brand design consultancy. Folks, to all of you, a warm welcome. Lynn, to you, first of all, the biggest strategy here, I presume, is to own the skyline of Johannesburg.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's also part of a bigger plan for us, which is the regeneration of downtown Johannesburg. You know, we have a big presence down there. We've got 8 buildings down there. And this is part of a much bigger program for us in terms of regenerating and building the inner city.
Why is that important to a brand like Absa?
Well, again, you know, we're heavily invested in downtown Johannesburg. We have over 10,000 colleagues who are based down there. And I think this really is an opportunity for us to showcase the brand, showcase some of the products and services, but also to support the fact that we are committed to becoming the go-to bank in Africa across 14 different countries. If you look at a big LED display, isn't Vodacom there first with Ponte? Sure, Vodacom were there first. I think that this, though, is a world first in terms of its clarity, some of the functionality that exists on the screen. So I think, you know, there's definite differences. I think as technology advances, so, you know, the fact that we're later might mean that we're better.
Okay, Merissa, this is also part of a bigger strategy, I presume. It's not just about one big LED display, is it?
Absolutely not. And I think what it really speaks to is Absa's ability to target more customers and to be able to take our brand story to as many customers as possible. As Lynn mentioned, to become the go-to bank in Africa, Johannesburg becomes the beacon for which we're communicating our offering to our customers in a better way. It really becomes, and it almost emphasizes our value of stewardship, which says we leave the city in a better place than when we came. And I think that is really at the heart of what Absa's positioning is about now, about embracing with our customers and really giving them what they need and communicating directly to them. Just speaking to some of the functionality of Lumen, there certainly isn't a mobile moving LED system that will become a moving billboard. It actually is so much more than that. It's capabilities for interactivity, for engaging media. We have plans where our customers can engage with the screen itself. There's social media aspects to this. So the sky is really the limit when it comes to this. We are by no means Vodacom's Ponte. We are so much more.
Tom, we've hauled you in here because we want to talk to you about the Absa Human Spirit ad. We'll get to that in just a moment. But as a creative person, this really is taking outdoor advertising in a whole new creative direction, isn't it?
Yeah, Jeremy, any new platform is exciting, particularly if you got one over your competitors, which is great. And if you got one over the skyline of Josie, I think Marissa's spoken about the quality. So I think as the journey evolves, we'll be able to see what creative we can use up there. I think it's important that it's not just there for product and services. It'd be great if we can do stuff which can talk back to
is key.
Yeah, and talk back to the community as well. It's a mouthpiece for them.
Lynn, it's a great idea, but let me also put this to you that it is a risky strategy. Not everyone is going to like or love something like this. There's this whole argument about too much light pollution. You must have considered that surely when you look at a big, expensive venture like this.
We did. I think that, you know, one of the things that we are trying to do is we have a number of initiatives in place from an environmental point of view. For something of this size and of this clarity, it is 50% more efficient than anything that's out there, you know, globally at the moment. So that was one of the big considerations for us. But I do think, you know, as an organization, as we're starting to grow more and more into Africa, I think this is a great symbol for us to have. It's something that our colleagues will walk past every single day. It's something that our clients will see. And I think it's something that's tangible, that shows, you know, we're here to stay, we're on our way into Africa, and we're going to become the go-to bank.
Let's talk about something else now, the Absa Cape Epic that's just finished as we speak today. Again, where's the value in the sponsorship?
Gosh, it's a good time to be talking about it. Yeah. It really was one of the most incredible weeks, probably of my career.
For the record, you didn't participate, did you?
I didn't participate.
You were watching.
I did. Yeah. I was watching,
yeah.
And you know, I think for the amateurs to do what some of the pros do is incredible. I mean, it's a long day in the saddle. It's a long 8 days in the saddle, and I think the human spirit stories that come out of an event like that is extraordinary. In terms of value, our clients enjoy this event, and their families are so passionate about it, and there's always a loved one waiting at the finish line to say, it's okay, you can get up again the next day and do this again.
All right, someone else who didn't participate in it, but Tom, you were part of this human spirit ad, which in many ways almost informed the ethos of this whole event. Again, what was the brief, and how did you respond to that as an advertising agency?
Yeah, I think, I mean, originally it was quite a challenge when Lynn and the team came and saw us late last year. They wanted to put all their sponsorship communication into one basket. And we sat and looked at it and we said, well, how are we going to put rugby next to the arts? I mean, how do you go from someone being cleared out at a loose mould to someone claying some and moulding some clay? So
got to find the common thread.
So we found that common thread, and I think that took us, you know, we really got to a gem in the end. And once we captured the essence of the human spirit, it allowed us to not only create some great communication for television, but I think ongoing you're going to be able to see a whole lot more around the human spirit. And as Lynn just mentioned, just the stories coming out of the Epic last week just prove that the positioning has got some legs, and that there are real stories around it, and it's not just a TV ad for now.
For the record, I have absolutely no plans to participate, but I do understand that it's a wonderful sponsorship opportunity. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. The idea, by the way, of the LED, that big display that we've been talking about in central Johannesburg, we'd like your views on our Facebook page. 2 issues: is it a blight on the city's landscape, or is it an inspirational piece of advertising? Here's our Facebook address. And coming up on the programme, a new approach to selling a big heritage liquor brand.